I do want to remind you that if you need help financing your next big step, whether you're buying a home, getting behind the wheel of a new or pre-driven vehicle, or tackling projects with a home equity line of credit, NuMark Credit Union offers flexible loan options designed to fit your needs and budget. From mortgages to auto loans and HELOCs, NuMark is ready to help you move forward with confidence. Visit newmarkcu.org for more details. That's newmarkcu.org. At the end of the program today, we are going to be giving away a $25 Visa gift card, compliments of NuMark Credit Union. So if you'd like to win a $25 Visa gift card, just listen to the following conversation. And somewhere within this conversation, we will give you the answer to the question we will ask at the end of the show today. Without further ado, let us bring into our WJOL studio line Laurie Veasy. She is a NuMark Credit Union Vice President of Lending. Hello, Laurie.
Good morning. How are you, Scott?
I am fine. Last time I saw you was at Flags Inn. What a crowd, huh?
What an incredible day we had, and the weather was so beautiful. I had my grandkid and my goddaughter out there, and it was a wonderful day being in the community again and fellowshipping with some of our veterans.
You bet. 65,000 flags in an hour. That's a new record.
Oh, it was so fast. I don't remember us doing it that fast in previous years.
No. Christopher Parker is here as well, African American Business Association president. Hey, Christopher.
Hello, Scott. How are you? Good morning.
Good.
How's everything going?
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on, man. We really appreciate it. And Suli Gazafer, NuMark Credit Union Vice President of Commercial Lending. Good morning, Suli.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning.
All right. Everyone's here. We're all here. We're going to talk about small business, big impact. And Suli, we're going to start with you. I don't know if we've talked before. Maybe you were on when I was off, or maybe this is your first time. So tell everyone a little bit about your role at NuMark and how long you've been with the organization.
Well, I've been with NuMark now almost 3 years. They acquired the bank that I worked at prior to that for over 10 years. So I have about 13 years of commercial loan experience. But my role really with NuMark is to help small businesses grow and achieve their financial goals, whether that's purchasing real estate, expanding operations, or improving overall cash flow. Right now, I manage a portfolio of clients that's constantly evolving. So a big part of what I do is staying connected with them, understanding their business, and being ready to step in when they're looking to make a move, and making sure that we're ready to help them achieve their goals.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't be a small business without having a good relationship with a financial institution. It's crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. We're basically their guidance throughout the whole process. And, I have people coming in here every day, different small businesses. So I feel like I'm understanding a little bit of everybody's business at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get specific now, if you would, Suli. What what are just some of the ways NuMark helps small business owners get started and grow?
Yeah, so for businesses that are already established, a big focus for us is helping them grow in a way that's strategic and responsible. We support things like expansion, equipment purchases, real estate purchases, lines of credit to help manage their day-to-day cash flow. A lot of our conversations are around understanding what their business already has in place and how we can leverage that to support their next step. One of the things that I feel like it's important for small businesses is to establish that relationship with a lender early on, so when they're ready to make those moves, that we've already put them in a position to do so, especially when it comes to their financing and how they structure their corporation and what they write off and what they expense. And there's just certain ways of putting yourself in a position for when you do need funds for expansion or whatever the case may be, that you're in the best position possible, because you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube at that point if you've already put yourself in a backwards position, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, it does. So some resources, guidance that NuMark provides for someone looking to start a small business. I'm guessing, business plan first and foremost. Second of all, call NuMark.
Yeah. So I always encourage people that are like, I want to get started. I want to do this, and this is my plan. And I'm like, let's schedule an appointment. Come on in. I want to hear about it because there's, I don't, if somebody's a W-2 wage earner and they have their job and they're working day to day, I don't necessarily recommend just quit immediately and start your small business. We have to kind of give ourselves goals and dates and work our way through it. So I think that I would be the first resource option in helping them come up with a business plan and how they structure it and how to reach your long-term goals. You need to have short-term goals throughout the process. So we want to make sure that we set that up. And then we have different programs, like we can get involved with the SBA and other local resources that we can put them on to help them understand. I think educational part is very important.
No doubt about that at all. What are some of the things NuMark does that's different for small business owners that they may not find in other places?
So larger financial institutions typically are not comfortable, or I would say educated enough, or overeducated, I should say that, really, but they don't really like to work with small businesses. They like to see established businesses, and I think what differentiates us is that we are a credit union, so we want to see those small businesses grow into large businesses. And I've had clients that started with me when they had very little and they just started their business, and now they've grown it, and other financial institutions are reaching out to them and saying like, hey, we'd like to earn your business. And then they're like, well, 4 years ago I came to you and you kind of just pushed me to the side, and I've already established this relationship with Suli at NuMark, and then they stay with me. Then they're not rate jumping. They're calling me on a Saturday. They're calling me on a Sunday. They're reaching out to me on vacation, and I'm available to them. If not me, somebody else within our team. So I think that they feel like a very family environment when it comes to not just me, but with everybody else in our department. And I think that NuMark in general, in all of our departments, kind of have that relationship set up that way.
Yeah, that's really important. And yeah, I never like getting turned down, but then once you become a success, everybody wants you now, right?
Yeah.
Not good. Christopher, let's talk a little bit about the African American Business Association. What is it all about?
Yeah, great. Thank you so much, Scott. And I'll tell you, I hope people are tuning in. Suli just gave a whole lot of information that really is very impactful. And there's a lot of people out there that's always looking for information on how they can kind of expand and grow. And literally, we all should have a Suli in our back pocket, especially our business owners. So, I represent the African American Business Association as board chair, and Laurie's on that board, and we are fortunate to have partners at NuMark that really understand that ABBA is simply helping people, isn't simply helping people start business, but we're really helping to build like economic power and generational wealth and stronger communities, similar to all the things that Suli has already talked about that NuMark is doing. And more specifically, when I think about ABBA, I think about that this is a business organization, but it's more than that. We are literally out and trying to make sure that economic development is at the core of all that we're doing. And some people may get stuck like, what's economic development? Well, economic development is literally what drives our economy. We know that small business drives that economy. And what we understand is that where there's an opportunity to really focus in on how we support and how we sustain businesses, that to me is why we're here. And, what's connected to sustaining businesses is creating jobs and strengthening communities. All of this is really, a part of that ecosystem of what ABBA is here to do. I oftentimes look at data because it really helps us to understand and keep our mission in front. When I think about the data that says, 15% of Illinois population is made up of African American residents, but only 2% are employers, then that means to me that there's a big gap there that represents thousands of opportunities for job creation, wealth building, economic growth, and really just how do we get more folks focus in on entrepreneurship, help them to be able to build and access capital and expand. And why is that all important? Because all of those things coming together, it really does impact the community. It impacts the local economy and helps build that ecosystem. And in a nutshell, what ABBA is here to do, ABBA is simply here to make sure that Will County has access in terms of the black business population, have access to really being a part of the ecosystem and helping grow the economy. So that's in a nutshell what ABBA is all about.
Yeah, and you like working with entrepreneurs. I know you guys have an event to help people out that are looking at getting involved in business, and it's important to have ABBA behind those people that are thinking about doing something and motivating them and helping them along the path.
Yeah, absolutely. Scott, I talked about the data, which is so important. The Illinois DCEO and a couple of the partners did a study that found that 66% of black-owned businesses are solopreneurs with no employees. And so when you think about that, 60% generates less than $50,000 annually before the pandemic, and the number one challenges that they face have been reported access to funding and access to capital, which is why this is so important, why Suli's on, why NuMark is on, why ABBA is here to kind of talk through how do we literally get in front of entrepreneurs, how do we help them scale up, how do we help them push and get access so that their business can scale and put them in a better position.
Yeah. Tell us about how you support the networking, education, and growth. I know you got the big event you were on a few weeks ago talking about, but what are some of the ways that you do get these people all together in a room to get them talking to each other and to teach them and watch them grow?
Yeah. No, thank you. That's exactly what we do. Is we're intentional about creating these environments where relationships turn into opportunities. And Scott, here's how I'm going to answer that question. I'm going to tell you a few examples, a few testimonials, a little bit. I think about we have one of our members owns two juice bars. They end up getting awarded at one of our gala events, which we have an event this Saturday. That's our largest fundraiser for the organization. Well, at that particular event, what we end up doing for the winners, we really kind of play a commercial. That commercial is played around close to 400 people there. From that, Silver Cross Hospital was in the room and said, hey, we happen to, one of their senior VPs lives close to that area. Say, hey, I'm going to check those guys out. And they end up checking those guys out. And sure enough, what we end up seeing was that opportunity opened up a door for that particular vendor to service some of the events at Silver Cross. That's just one the event. And then the one recently we talked about was a business conference. We have one of our members that literally were in position to where they started a business to do drug testing for companies. Well, they went to the business conference and come to find out one of the speakers actually have a company of 300 to 400 people. They end up meeting and connecting the dots, and guess what happened? They end up getting a contract where they're doing drug testing for, over 300 people. And of course, depending on how often, the drug tests are needed, they found their source. And so when I think about what ABBA is all about and what we try to do to really help support and build, we create these opportunities where we're having these events where people can literally come together, network, identify what type of needs that they may have, open up and shake a hand and start talking. And before you know it, the magic happens when people get in the room.
Absolutely. Laurie, tell us about NuMark's involvement. This is Laurie Veasy, Vice President of Lending with NuMark Credit Union. Can you tell us about NuMark's involvement and partnership with ABBA?
Definitely. NuMark is so extremely excited and proud to support and partner with ABBA. One of the things is that their mission is so aligned closely with our commitment to strengthening our communities that we serve. Mm-hmm. And, as a credit union, we believe in building relationships, supporting small businesses, and helping create access to the resources. So between both of us, like Chris said, I'm on the board, and I think it couldn't have been a better partnership by coming together because we both are looking for the same thing.
You bet. What can attendees expect from the upcoming Juneteenth Gala?
A wonderful evening of celebration, being able to connect with our community, a chance to recognize history, honor some of our progress. Scott, this is our 5th year. And to say that we're still here and we're thriving and we're still helping and supporting the small business community is excellent. We've got vendors that'll be there for the evening, some wonderful talent that'll be showcased. It's an evening that you would not want to miss.
All right, well, let's give everybody the details: when, where, how, and we know why, but let's talk about how people can get tickets or if there are still some tickets available.
I'm going to leave that up to Chris.
Chris, fire away, my friend.
Oh, yeah, no, I love it. Yeah, thank you for a great question. So June 20th, yeah, it's so befitting that we're on here. The ticket sales close at midnight. So folks that want to join in, they can go on to aabaconnect.org. That's aabaconnect.org, and you can get your tickets all the way up to midnight. And June 20th is Saturday. We open the doors at 5 o'clock. This is going to be an unprecedented year. We're really excited. We open the doors. We're going to have the normal silent auction and raffle items, but we're going to be awarding a number of businesses this year, and I want to highlight the business of the year. The Tooth Company, a very long-standing dentistry in the Will County community that serves a lot of folks in Will County, and so they're going to walk away with the business of the year. And like I said earlier, these folks that are going to be awarded, they're going to have a mini commercial that's going to share. That's really going to be exciting. This year, we're also going to be implementing two new portions of the event that we've never done before, and I'm really excited about. One is we're going to have a small premium vendor fair. These are select vendors that are going to be in the house that it really is befitting for a gala crowd. That's number one. And then we're now instituting a new aspect called the Best Dress Competition. So most people already know when you come here, you're going to look your finest, you're going to look really good. It's a celebration. It's fun. So this year we're going to be awarding the best dressed female, the best dressed male, and put some PR around. It's going to be just a really, really good time. But all in all, what we're excited about is we're going to have an opportunity to get together. We're going to have an opportunity to talk entrepreneurship, to support entrepreneurship, to build entrepreneurship, and get people in a room and let them have at it and let them have a good time. And then, of course, we have DJ T-Bone, who is well known throughout the state as a very popular DJ that really knows how to work the turntables, and people are just come there and just really having a good time and really making meaningful connections. So there's still a little room left. Please, take a look. aabaconnect.org is on the website. And we just look forward to seeing everybody this Saturday at 5 p.m. It's going to be at the Renaissance Center, and it's going to be a great time. And again, last thing I will share is, to Laurie's point, this is our 5th year. And so when you have these milestones, you put a little bit extra into it, and we're just really looking forward to us having a really good time with everybody and seeing everybody's faces on June 20th at 5 p.m.
Love it, love it, love it. Sounds good. Laurie, I know you're excited about it.
I am. I'm hoping to win the best dress this year, Scott.
I was going to say that. I'm glad you did. I wasn't going to call you out, but I had a feeling you're going to go for it.
She's buying votes, guys.
Hey, whatever it takes, man. Win at all costs. Hey, Christopher, did you say the Tooth Company, like as in a tooth? The Tooth Company?
Yeah, the Tooth. Yep,
I love
Tooth
that.
Company is the name of the dentistry located out in New Lenox.
That is, I've never heard that name before. That's the best name for a dentist office I've ever heard. Guys, thank you so much. You're all amazing people. Suli, Gazafer, Laurie, Veasy, Christopher Parker, thank you so much, and enjoy the event coming up on the 20th. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
Scott.
you.
Have a good day.
All right, Suli, Laurie, and Christopher. Awesome job, guys. Awesome as always. All right, so I am a little short on time, so I'm just going to give this $25 Visa gift card compliments of NuMark Credit Union to caller number 5 right now on the Turk Furniture Studio line, 815-254-7300, 815-254-7300. Caller 5, you're going to win the $25 gift card. Or is it a gift card? Yeah, we'll call it a gift card. You don't have to give it. You can give yourself a gift. How about that? That sound like a plan? I think it does. Caller 5, you're going to be the winner. Good luck, and may the force be with you. Or the 4th or the 19th. I don't know. Kind of messed that one up. Anyway, thanks for listening to another edition of Money Talk. Brought to you by NuMark Credit Union. Need help financing your next big step, whether you're buying a home, getting behind the wheel of a new or pre-driven vehicle, or tackling projects with a home equity line of credit. NuMark Credit Union offers flexible loan options designed to fit your needs and budget, from mortgages to auto loans and HELOCs. NuMark, ready to help you move forward with confidence. Visit newmarkcu.org for more details.